Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today I have a pretty exciting video. Today we're going to be comparing my 2023 MK8 Golf R versus my 2024 BMW M2. We will be doing a race in Mexico between these two cars, but that's not what this video is for. This video is just comparing my thoughts owning both of these cars, which one I like better, which one does what better, and everything like that. And right now I'm in front of I'm in my driveway, and I don't want my neighbors to look at me funny, so I'm going to close the garage door and we're going to hop inside. All right guys, garage door is closed. You can see here, this is my G87 M2 and the Golf R's over here. I backed them in so that it looked good for the camera. But I have a few different categories I want to go over. One of them is styling, another one is comfort, another one's practicality, technology, and then we're gonna take both of these cars out on the road, drive them both, and compare the way they drive. So a lot of people in my comments have been asking me to do like a comparison video of the M2 and the Golf R, and today is a perfect time to do that video. So obviously the M2 is a sports coupe, right? So it's got that long hood, short deck kind of look to it. The Golf R is a four-door hatchback, so just a different style. This one looks more like egg-shaped, which is why I jokingly call this my egg. And then this one is more like a sports car, like body style. So looks are subjective. I think the M2 looks better just because it looks more aggressive. It looks like an actual sports car, but the Golf R looks absolutely amazing too. So I don't know, it's a toss up. You know, it's basically just a matter of what look you guys prefer. Next up, I want to talk about comfort, and the Golf beats the M2 as far as comfort. So let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat right now, so I can show you guys kind of my process getting in. I gotta watch out for this little pipe thing over here. There we go. So I'll show you guys my process getting in. So the Golf R has a nice step-in height, so literally you just hop in. You do have to drop down a little bit, but it's not bad, right? Not bad at all. There's a lot of like room around me. I don't feel claustrophobic in here, even at 6'5". I have the seat pretty far back, and you can see I have lots of leg room. So this is my leg room. This is the dash right here. This is where my leg is. There's plenty of room to like move around my knees like this. Like I just recently drove a Supra, and like this area kind of comes out kind of far, so you're kind of like driving like this, so you don't have room to like move your legs around. Golf R has plenty of room inside. Even if I close the door, you can see I have lots of leg room over here, lots of shoulder space at 6'5", and plenty of headroom not having a sunroof. Comfort, the Golf beats it. The seat's more comfortable than the M2. The driving position is a little bit more of like a commanding view. So let's go ahead and hop in the M2 and I can show you guys what I'm talking about. All right guys, let me show you the process of getting in the M2. So it's locked right now. Pull the door handle. It does have a long door because it's a coupe, but I can open it up one notch there. So I do kind of have to squeeze in here. Like if I don't have a bunch of room to open the door all the way, I do kind of have to squeeze in. So you squeeze in here like this, and then you kind of fall into it. Now it's not terrible. I'd say it's a little bit worse than a Mustang. Oh, we're in here bumping. Okay, let me turn this off. Okay, there we go. So it's not as bad as like a Supra or like a Corvette or something, but you do kind of have to drop into the M2. Once you're in though, plenty of space, plenty of wiggle room, plenty of room to move around your knees and everything like that. Again, 6'5", plenty of leg room with the seat not even all the way back. So plenty of leg room there, plenty of room for my knees to move around, plenty of shoulder space. Now the seats on the M2 are a little bit harder than the Golf R. They're not as soft. The leather on the Golf R, to be honest with you, is actually better on the front two seats than it is on the M2. This is what BMW calls Vernasca leather. It's not like the merino leather, which is a lot smoother, which is similar to like the Napa and the Golf R. But it's still it's, you know, the seat still has some bolsters on it and stuff, but the Golf R is just a little bit more comfortable. All right guys, next up I want to talk about practicality. So since we're back here, let's go ahead and open up the trunk on both. So let's go ahead and look at the Golf R. You can see it's a lot taller of a cargo space, so like it's has more height to it. You can fold down the seats. It is open to the front, so if you have like a bigger object, you can put it in here. Lots of room in there. It doesn't go back like super far, but does it have some room as far as like vertical height. Now if we go over here to the M2, it's actually surprisingly spacious. Like there's a lot of room in this trunk. It has a really good opening. It's not like a Camaro where the opening's like tiny. So it has a good opening. You can put stuff in there. It goes back like I think a little bit farther than the Golf R does. It just doesn't have like the vertical space. And then you can fold down the seats on the M2 as well, but it's not like fully open, kind of like the Golf R. A little bit more of a boxy shape there, so it's better for like taller objects and stuff like that. All right guys, another thing I want to talk about are the headlights. Now it's not nighttime, so I can't show you, although I do have plenty of night videos. The headlights on the Golf R are actually better than the headlights on the M2. Looks wise, M2 looks really cool with the headlights. But as far as like lighting up the road, the Golf R's headlights do light up the road a little bit better. And the high beam on the Golf R is actually like a good high beam, like it really lights up. The M2, when you turn on the high beam, it doesn't even like change it by that much. Like the headlights don't like raise up or anything like that. It's kind of like a disappointing high beam in this car, but the Golf R beats it as far as headlights are concerned. Like I showed you guys earlier, getting in and out, the Golf R is better getting in and out. This one you do kind of have to fall into it. And if you can't open up the door all the way, you do kind of have to squeeze in. As far as parking is concerned, the Golf R is easier to park than the M2. The M2 has like a longer hood and it's just a bigger vehicle, not by like a lot as far as like lengthwise. Well, actually it is kind of a lot bigger. It's like 180 inches long. Golf R is only like 168 inches long. So it is a pretty big difference. So this one's gonna be easier to go through drive-through. It's gonna be easier to park. It's gonna be, you know, just because of the sheer size of it. Now let's talk about technology. So the M2, as you guys could tell when I opened it the first time, the M2 has these really fancy screens. They're really big, they're really nice. It has nice ambient lighting. There's like a gazillion customizable options you can do with this screen and with the features and settings of the car. So I will have to give the W to the M2 on this one. The Golf R has great technology too, as you guys can see here. Golf R's technology is good as well. So it also has the two screens there, has a cool ambient lighting, but it doesn't have as much like customizability as the M2 does. So I'd say that M2's tech is a little bit better. All right guys, for the next part of this video, we're gonna take both of these cars around the block for a quick spin and share my thoughts driving both, and then we'll conclude the video with which one do I prefer, and if I only had to have one car, which one would it be, and stuff like that. So let's first start off with the Golf R. All right guys, after editing the first part of this video, I realized that it's super long. I don't think you guys want to watch a 25-minute video. So this is going to conclude the interior, exterior, walk around, comfort portion of this little series here. The next video you'll see is the driving comparison between driving the Golf R and driving the M2. And then the next video you'll see after that is racing the two cars just to see the performance difference. But if you guys enjoyed this particular video, this part one, please give it a like and subscribe. Share your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear what you think on like my points. Do you think those are valid points? Do you guys agree with them? Do you disagree? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Please give it a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.